Hi guys, welcome back. Today's a little bit of a different video, but it's pretty exciting. I am joined, or I'm actually joining Phoebe because she's the one that does the posing. I'm joining Phoebe in a posing session. We've done, how many have we done now?
Quite a few. I'd say we've done at least a good 4.
Yeah, 4 or 5, yeah. We started early. We started when I was pretty fucking uncomfortable, to be honest, didn't we? Like,
but I pushed you to do it because I was like, Kira, we know we want to bring our best.
Yeah.
We need to make sure that we practice early.
Exactly, and that's the thing, like in my last, when I last competed in figure, I for one hated the poses, so just didn't enjoy posing in general, but I also left it until I was pretty lean to actually start learning the poses, which is just, you don't want to be doing that. Like, I mean, you have a better experience as to what happens with that, but you're also already tired, you're fatigued, you don't even have the basics, so then trying to master the basics that far down the line, it's just never really going to end well, really, is it?
Yeah. Especially because it's a new category for you as well. Like,
yes.
You just wanted to get used to practicing for a long amount of time.
Yeah, exactly.
And then feel completely comfortable with it. So you're doing the right thing.
Have like the flow of it, and then we can just tweak as we get leaner. So we're in this kind of like middle phase now where we kind of know what we're doing, and we're just kind of waiting for me to get leaner and leaner before we can look at me and be like, okay, we should be doing this instead of this kind of thing. Yeah. So we're going to go through a posing session today. We've had, about 3 weeks you've been in America, haven't you? So Phoebe's been in America. We've had about 3 weeks apart. I've kind of ran through the poses myself, got a few questions. Phoebe herself is a Bikini Olympian. She didn't introduce herself. Tell them a little bit about you.
So my name is Phoebe Hagan. Hi, IFBB Bikini Pro from the UK, obviously in Dubai and stuff at the moment. I've done 2 Olympias, 3 Arnolds, top 5 in most, top 10 in 2 Olympias, which is cool.
Crazy.
And done, I want to say like 45 shows in like 9 years. So it's a lot of shows.
45.
A lot of experience. So I run something called the Posing Portal as well, which is an online posing platform that I have a lot of girls on. So helping Kira as well.
She's incredible, and the fact that like I have her here is amazing. Like, people travel like near and far to come posing, and I'm just literally here like, can I book a posing session in next week? So yeah, we're gonna get into, I got my bikini under this today, and we're gonna run through what we're gonna do first.
We'll go through individuals first, and then we'll go through a lot of comparisons after
cool.
that. So
okay.
The hardest part.
Cool. That's what we're gonna do.
In the midst of getting a name for myself, I was just wondering.
Yeah, because obviously the more shows you do, the more shows you do, the more well-known you get, and the more, not the more the judges like you, but just the more like you have a face to you.
It's also just, you get more knowledge of what looks good on you, posing wise, what they want from you more, like, and also like, it just is experience.
Definitely.
I was in America, Europe, UK, like, constantly. So
and all of the stages, like where you are, America, UK, Europe, would you say that they're all looking for something slightly different?
Yes, I would say, and it's not like they're not looking for something different, but I think who turns up is different.
Yeah, so they base it off who's there, basically,
You'll see, like, especially for bikini, you'll see a lot from Europeans, even with the wellness as well, that are a lot harder, a lot bigger.
Yeah.
And when you get to the US, they are slightly, I wouldn't say smaller, I would say softer, less developed, but not as hard. And
Gotcha,
but that's what they want. They don't, especially with wellness as well. Yes, they want definition and lines, but they don't want striations. They want heart, like, too hard.
The Europeans are like mass monsters, aren't they? I remember when I went to Romania for my pro show, and I remember being in the tanning section getting like my first coat of tan, and I was messaging Max, and I was just like, there are no figure girls here. Like, they're all women physique and open bodybuilders. And then the next day, when we all got lined up to go on stage, all the women that I thought were women's physique were fucking figure. And I was just like, I felt like this small in the line. I was like, fuck's sake.
It's really different. And I think it's good that you're going, I don't know if you said your shows and stuff like that, but you're going to do different areas.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you're just going to one place.
Well, the thing is with Alicante is like, for me, Alicante is going to be a bit of a fun one because I just know like the competition at Alicante is very, very steep. So I'm kind of just going onto that stage to be a bit like, see where I am, do you know what I mean, with things, and I'm not expecting anything from Alicante. Not to say Toronto isn't a great show, it is, but I do feel like from watching the previous years, there is a little bit more variety. Like you get like a variety of wellness athletes showing up to that show. So in my opinion, it makes it a lot fairer on how the judges can base it, whereas Alicante, everyone's just fucking jacked. It's just crazy. I feel like they just look like, do you know what I mean? Yeah, it looks more comfortable, and I also just feel like I'm not walking like this.
Yeah. So if that works for you, let's do that.
Okay, but I still need to work on the upper body. Do you know, the upper body, the not looking as stiff. So obviously this is the back pose, and then here.
Good.
Now, I changed this bit just to stay on that leg.
On that leg, yes, you don't have
because I was doing this like steppy thing, and I was like, in all honesty, I think this side of my is better. So I feel like just stepping back onto it.
Was this your side that was more uncomfortable?
Yes.
Okay. So it's starting to feel more comfortable.
Yeah.
Okay,
so I feel like if you look at my midsection here, my glute looks better.
Yeah.
But my midsection isn't really there. Whereas when I'm on this side, my glute isn't better.
The glute is there, you just got to be, so at the moment you're prioritising your waist and the smaller ends, and you're doing the glutes. So you want your glute to be there. Waist.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm like, fuck's sake. But do you know what? It does feel better, so that we're getting there.
Transition from if you're on the other side, just to do that step back.
Yeah.
The reason we were swapping to the other side was because that was your stronger side.
Yeah.
So now this feels more comfortable. Then let's go with that.
Yeah, but I'm hitting this side as my main pose.
Yes.
This side is literally just the, do you know, like the walk.
Yeah.
The walk. So like to begin with, we hit it here, hit it, walk. And then
at that point, when you're at the back, like you just did it there, you kind of sacrificed a little bit and you're more here, but you can see more quad.
Yeah, that's what, yeah.
I don't think that looks bad. I think that looks really nice.
Yeah, it's almost like I'm trying to, because it's like from here to here. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's not enough to be like, oh, where's the glute? Because I feel like they'll be looking at my quads.
I think they look good like that, so I think we can keep it like that.
Cool.
I think the main thing I want to have a look at is just
this bit where I come back to this position and I'm stepping forward and round. Don't know what the fuck's going on there.
So what I want to try and do, so when you walk into that first front pose, I want you to still take your time. So you're still kind of going into it, so you're here,
yeah.
and then you're going here straight away. So I want you to still try and like arms, like they come all the way down, so you're here, and then here. So just be slower.
Okay.
I know it's really easy, because if you rush
to
it
go,
now,
yeah.
you definitely really rush on stage.
Okay.
So it's just trying to make sure that we can slow it all down.
Okay, so from here.
Good, yes, good. That's better.
Okay.
So it's just taking your time getting into that instead of pushing in. So from here, you hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, and then move to the next. So we're here, round.
Yeah. So this is the other thing. For my glute to pop, I feel like I can't be side on.
Yeah.
I need to almost be a little bit facing this way so I can really sit.
Okay.
But the issue is obviously when I turn, my foot turns straight.
Okay.
So then I'm almost finding myself like going from here, turning here, and then having to like move back.
So
because I think, you tell me, does my side pose look better when I'm like this, or when I'm like,
This looks better, like you can see this pop like nicer, so projection wise it's better here.
Yeah.
But my thing is like your waist looks compromised. So I'm trying, if you're getting in that pose, make sure you're standing up through your core still.
Okay, so it needs to be more like...
Because can you see you look slightly like...
Yeah. So
you're trying to stand up through the core, because I think we're just sitting in this position here, which is fine again with you're able to kind of be off balance anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But what I don't want you to do is kind of be more like open like this.
If you were to put me into like a position, what would you put me in?
I would keep your foot this diagonal position.
Yeah.
I would say hinge your hips backwards slightly more here.
Yeah.
Keep the core up and kind of like, it sounds weird, but crunch in. There you go. And then stand up tall. There you go. It's gone up.
Like that?
Yes. Have your hand
here.
Okay, yeah. Because I just want to elongate your waist just that little bit more when you're doing that. And then hinge up here. Yes, stay there. It's gone up. I think that's what you were missing. I think you were supposed to sit instead of hinge up.
Hinge
so
up.
I want you to try and think hinge up with your upper glute.
Okay.
Because that's the one thing. Your upper glute is there, but it's just not.
Yeah. So I need to pull it up essentially. Yeah. So like I have a string, so this is how I would normally sit, and then I need to round it up. Okay.
Yeah.
Like my erectors are big, but I feel like my erectors look so much bigger.
Yeah, because you've got a developed upper body as well.
Yeah.
So obviously, it's like
it's just all here. It's all hanging about down here. So whenever I do like this movement, could you imagine what it'd be like if it wasn't that?
Drop your arm down. Good. Go around. What I want you to try and do, if you can, is maybe step this leg actually out to the side. Because what you're doing is you're just swapping the legs.
Okay.
And I think that's why you're twisting to the side.
Okay.
Try and step the leg out, but don't step it and turn completely to the side. Try and step diagonal, then sit into the hip.
Ah, okay. I'm awkward here now.
Wait, when you're here.
Yeah.
But still profile. So what you want to try and think about doing is landing the foot forwards.
Yeah.
Then twist it. Don't twist it all the way to the side though.
Okay.
So twist it diagonal. So go slow.
Okay, here. So land.
Twist, plant, round. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think
Does
so.
it feel uncomfortable?
I just feel like I'm not.
Yeah.
Like that's how I want to be.
Oh, okay. So that's how you want. So you want to be profile.
I think, yeah. Do you see what I don't know. I just feel I look like my waist is smaller.
Okay, so do that with complete profile then. So when you're here, all you need to do is step to the side, completely twist it around to the side, and then
okay.
it up. Next.
Okay, so we're here, and then we go
Down, twist.
step,
yes.
twist,
and then into the side. That's better.
Perfect. Okay, yeah, that's much better. But the good thing is my feet don't hurt anymore, so my shoes are breaking out.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Back foot face to the back, so you're in that T position.
Like that?
Yes.
Okay.
And when you're here, twist this foot more to the right.
This way?
To the right, so that this way. Yeah, there you go. And then twist this foot to the back, and then hinge. Like that. Yeah, that's what you want to try to be. Because what you're doing is you're like here. So you're like leading with your chest and here.
Yeah.
Versus it sucks. But you have to lead with the hips and hinge up.
Okay. So from here we do step forward.
Try not step like out.
Okay, step forward.
Here.
Forward.
Twist. And then push. So when you're from this position, we push round.
Okay, so the bum kind of like...
Yeah, push around this way.
Okay. For the back pose, I feel like I'm not lean enough yet, but I feel like I'm not quite mastering like where I feel like I don't feel my glutes when I'm like here.
So
like
it could be, I mean, your glutes look great from here, like from what I can see, like you can see quads, glute, enough. And actually, to be fair, this is the first time I've actually seen your back pose and like your upper body's come down loads.
Yeah, massively,
from, like,
yeah.
last time I've seen you, which is
yeah.
good. So like you look more lower body dominant now. Before you were kind of like more.
A bit, yeah. But it was upper, yeah.
Whereas
now it's like, trying to get out of proportion. Okay, so maybe it's just a case of being leaner then. Like it feels like natural like this.
That is what
Like-
it needs to be. I don't think anything else needs to be, because you can see your upper glutes from this position.
Yeah.
You can see your quads nicely from this position.
Yeah.
Turn your feet out a tiny bit more. So I want to try and get more of that. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, that's better.
Okay.
So you're going to see more roundness here.
Okay.
I want to try and make sure you can see as well. But
Okay.
again, I think you're going to get more connection the leaner you get as well.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
It's always the hardest part, 'cause you're like,
Yeah.
what am I supposed to feel?
Yeah.
But I think when you get closer, you'll definitely start to feel it more.
Okay,
But I would
perfect.
say keep where you are at the moment. Don't try and
Yeah.
Because you're not as lean as you need to be.
Yeah. I'm like, can I see any hamstrings?
Don't sit into it.
Yeah,
So,
honestly, I
yeah.
feel like that is the worst, isn't it? When you see the girls like just fully bent
It's normal,
over.
though,
It is
because
normal, yeah.
They know what they need to see, so they're trying to.
So they
create
try,
more
yeah.
hinge into it. But I'm like, that's a habit you'll then take into
Stage.
the-
Being able to really utilize that window where I can just put on so much mass and size without the drugs, which is like, you know, I want to fast forward things so that like down the line I don't have to be taking, you know, running like 8-week cycles every few months. Like I want to be able to hit a fucking good rebound and like push my physique maybe like 2 years forward, you know, in that kind of like year rebound.
And that's ultimately what you want ultimately. Do you know what I mean? And also you have to think about health.
Yeah.
I think you have to think about health in the future and stuff like that, of what this sport can obviously do.
Yeah.
It's obviously extreme.
Exactly, yeah. And also what I really like this time round is like my finish date isn't the competition. My finish, like I've been saying like to a few people like, oh, I'm so excited to see what I look like when I rebound. So it's almost like, it's not like competing and then like that's it.
Yeah.
It's like
You've already
something
put yourself
after after competing, which is really nice.
I think that's good. That's a good mindset as well.
Yeah.
People only look at the date and then they're like, cool. And
After that, it's like, what the fuck do you do then? Yeah.
Nice, round, exercise. That's up. Good. Good. Sway. Good. Land. Good. Nice. You are loosening up more, to be fair. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Transition. Round. Okay. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Transition. Good. Step. Round. Hold. Good. So 1, 2, 3, 1. Just
Yeah.
try and if you think, oh, I just spun already,
Just go with it. Pretend you meant to do it.
that's all it can do.
And then to turn around, I guess you would just do what we did back there, here.
Step force round, yeah.
Turn,
And that's probably going to
walk.
be the best option because they have 2 options. You either continue doing a quarter turn or they turn you around and walk you straight to the front. So
Okay, yeah.
there's multiple options they'll say at that back pose. So when you're at the back, you can either say, ladies, please turn around and walk it to the front. You do the same. Kids, walk forwards.
That's
Or-
probably the one I've seen the most of.
Yeah.
They don't usually.
Or they'll say, ladies, please quarter turn, or ladies, please face and hit the front pose at the back. So. you just have to
Okay,
be aware of
yeah.
what they say.
I suppose the more you do it as well, like the more it'll just click. Like if
Yeah.
you're going this way, that's going to be the next thing that
Yeah,
happens.
100%,
Like
100%.
right now, I'm just a little bit like, ooh. I'm like moving my leg, and then I'm just like this way.
And like that's the thing. And we'll practice it more often as well when you feel more comfortable. But we'll practice just showing scenarios where
Yeah.
you won't technically know what I'm going to say next.
And I
but
just do it.
You just have to do it.
Yeah.
You have to think on the spot a little bit.
Yeah, like people might like, you know, I'm very, very good at editing my photos, guys. Like I'm not even gonna fucking lie. Like I'm very good at standing naturally anyway, but I'm very good at just, you know, like little tweak here, little tweak there. Like, but like I am, you know, I was 83 kilo big. I definitely like hold my weight very well. But like if you see me in real life, or if you were to get like one of them fucking what they called, calipers, you'd be like, Jesus, you could have made like a twin of me, you know. So I'm small now, but it's getting there. Me and a girl, she still competes now, Hannah. I can't remember her surname, but we actually got the same scores. Exactly the same scores. But I was told by, who was it at the time? I think it was Jen. Do you remember Jen? She did like a load of posing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so she, I got the scores back and didn't ever get down to the bottom of it, but basically because it was my first ever show and Hannah had been competing for like, I think maybe like 6 years, they gave first place to Hannah, which in all fairness, considering like I literally had just rocked up as a fucking no one. I was like, hi guys, I'm just gonna win my pro card today. Like, so then they told me, they were like, go to Iceland.
Because it was close.
Because it was close, so it's like 4 weeks later. So then I went to Iceland 4 weeks later and won it there, which was good. I'm yet to get to that point in prep, you know, where your calf just attacks you whilst you're asleep. Like, it just starts like cramping up. So, you know, when some people just naturally just cannot pose, no matter how much you try and instill it in them, they just can't. For a while, I thought that was me, so I'm glad it's not. Yeah. Just drown it in salt, just so it's salt with salmon. Okay guys, so we've just finished posing. I'm having a pre-workout meal before I hit legs. This is pretty much like a staple meal for me. We have actually dropped calories as of today. So for the next few weeks, I am gonna be in the trenches a little bit. I actually don't think I updated you on what's happened just gone. Maybe I did, I can't remember, but I basically went into a maintenance week whereby calories were raised to about 2,100 calories. And then 2 nights ago, I had a cheat meal, which is gonna be up on my YouTube channel, by the way, so you can go and watch it. It was incredible. And then this morning, I weighed in and I've actually had my lowest weighing yet. So the maintenance week was definitely needed. I'm fuller and I'm also lighter, which is perfect. So we're now gonna hit a pretty low week to 2. I think it's going to be like 3 weeks in all honesty, but we only work week by week. But the calories are going to be at, let me find it, I think they're around 1,600, which is low. Training day, yeah, so 1,661 on a training day and 561 on a non-training day. So we don't really do macros, but I do switch some meals out just to keep me sane, because in all honesty, like, I would go batshit crazy if I was just eating the same meal every day. So the one good thing I do is where we are now, which is in the gym, they have like all the different proteins, meats, like everything you can think of they have. So today I am having salmon, and I do have salmon quite often, but I might have beef, I might have lean pork, not pork, sorry, I don't do pork yet, lean, what is the other one? No, it's not beef. Lamb, like shredded lamb, insane, not pork, they don't do pork here, guys. But yeah, they have pretty much everything, and then they also have some stuff seasoned and in different dressings. You do obviously have to be a little bit careful. A few times my eyes have wandered towards the dynamite chicken, but it's not quite the same as just normal plain chicken. So my first meal of the day, this is something I have switched out. So this isn't something that my coach has given me, but it is something that has actually more protein in and less carbs. So for meal 1, I have 1 bagel thin, I have 2 eggs, and I have 4 bacon medallions. So it's basically a bacon and egg sandwich on prep. Like, honestly, it puts me in the best mood every morning. Got my carbs in there, got my healthy fats, got a good amount of protein. And then meals 2, 3, and 4 are pretty fucking boring. They are 200 grams of protein. I've upped my protein a little bit because I get hungry. So a good thing to do is actually up your protein and not eat more carbs. Obviously getting more protein in, and you put on very little, if not any, fat from eating more protein in your diet. And that is accompanied by 100 grams or 120 grams of potato in 2 of those meals. So it's pretty low. Then for post-workout, because I switched out my last meal, I was meant to be having Greek yogurt. It's like, I just don't like Greek yogurt, guys. I don't understand the hype around it. It's not for me. So I have been making the protein ice creams in like the, what are they called now? Oh, he knows everything in the creamy. So I've been making that instead, adding some berries into it, and then post-workout I am also just having 5 rice cakes with jam on. So I've done that in a bit of a weird order, but in a nutshell, that is what I'm eating on a daily basis. I do have veg in my other meals, which are over there, but I also do just take JP Greens powder, because in all honesty, prep is hard enough without having to eat broccoli, guys, okay? I just don't like it. So I will eat my fruit and I will eat my veg, but I do have a greens powder because I don't love the stuff. So yeah, that's where we're at, 1,600 calories on an average for the next 2 to 3 weeks. I'm doing 45 minutes of the cross trainer, 13.5k steps daily. And fingers crossed we are going to get shredded. I am adding in assistance from tomorrow, which is exciting. I'm very, very excited about that, and like I will talk about that a little bit more once things are like in the flow, and I know exactly what we're going to be doing, if we're going to be changing anything. So we're adding that in from tomorrow, and that's going to be really, really exciting. I'm really, really looking forward to seeing like my body just kind of really take shape and also lean out over these coming weeks. So yeah, I'm going to eat this now, going to wait about 10-15 minutes so I don't throw up whilst doing legs, and then we're going to go train. And this is not a pot of mayo, I'm just going to hide it behind the salt. So there you go, guys. But thank you for watching another video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you want to see in the next one, and I will see you very, very soon.